Amul is strongly opposing companies that are selling almond, soya, oats and rice beverages as milk and could be considering taking them to court to stop this practice. 10 crore dairy farmers for whom milk is an instrument of socio-economic development are going to fight this misinformation campaign done by some companies and NGOs where they are selling chemically fortified beverages manufactured in factories and calling it milk. There are no clinical trials or scientific studies to prove that they are better than milk. In August, the food regulator FSSAI issued a draft notification proposing to stop the use of the word milk for such products. Several foreign and Indian companies are selling plant-based beverages as milk in the country and are violating the existing regulations. The Indian plant-based milk industry is worth more than $20 million and is expected to grow many-fold over the next decades. Foreign funding of more than $200 million or 1500 rupees crore is expected in India for the plant-based beverages sector, according to the industry report. In the fertile river valley along the border of modern-day India and Pakistan, the Indus Valley civilization built some of the largest cities in the ancient world. New research from Kalyan Sekhar Chakrabarti reveals one of the ways the civilization was able to sustain so many people. The postdoctoral research at the University of Toronto, Mississauga has shown that dairy was being produced as far back as 2500 BCE and was an integral part of the diet at that time. In a report published in Scientific Reports, Chakrabarti uses molecular analysis techniques to study residues from ancient pottery and demonstrate that dairy fats were not only present but relatively common. We found that dairy was an integral part of their diet at a site that dates to about 2500 BCE. They were also able to determine which type of ruminant animals were being used for dairy production. Cows and water buffalo ate a diet that consisted primarily of millet, while sheep and goats grazed on nearby grasses. Even as institutional sales for dairy products have been impacted due to lockdowns, liquid milk sales are expected to grow by 4 to 5% in 2020-21, while those of value-added dairy products will remain flat, according to the report by ICRA. The COVID-19 pandemic and the lockdowns globally impacted the dairy supply chain, especially in import-dependent countries. However, the impact on the domestic dairy industry has not been as severe as the supply is more localized and dependence on milk and value-added dairy products such as ghee, curd, butter as staple food is significant. The only exception is ice cream category, which severely suffered a contraction in the first quarter of 2019-20 owing to lockdown as it coincided with the peak summer sale season. ICRA expects milk production to rise to 200 to 202 million tons in financial year 21. The current domestic skim milk powder prices are around rupees 170 per kg and are expected to remain in the range of 150 to 170 per kg in October to March second half of financial year 2021 on account of ample availability and lower demand. The field trials of the technology were encouraging and the first female calf from the sex-sorted semen dose produced at Alamadi Semen Station, Tamil Nadu was born in a farm near Chennai in October 2020. Currently, sex-sorted semen technologies are proprietary to a few multinational companies, which makes the technology expensive for dairy farmers. The project to develop indigenous technology for sex-sorting bovine sperms was taken by NDDB Dairy Services a few years ago with an objective to significantly bring down the cost of sex-sorted semen doses so that it becomes affordable for dairy farmers in India. Mr. Dalip Rath also expressed confidence that the new technology would help in achieving Prime Minister's vision of Make in India program and the current quest for an Atmanirbhar Bharat. The technology will help bring down the cost of artificial insemination using sex-sorted semen significantly from the existing rupees 1000. This will also be a turning point in overcoming the problem of stray cattle in the country. Ananda Dairy has launched a ready-to-eat paneer tikka for the first time in India. The timing of launch is well synchronized with Diwali festivities. The product is available in a retort pack. The slogan tells you about the way it has to be served and consumed. Ab bas heat karo, eat karo aur anand karo. Paneer plays an important role in meeting protein requirements of our body. The consumption of paneer and cheese increased exponentially during the lockdown. There has been a shift of consumer behavior from loose paneer to packaged paneer after COVID-19. Mr. Radheshyam Dikshit, Chairman Ananda, believes that technology could bridge the gap between health and taste. He continuously works towards the development of dairy products with a focus on taste and nutrition. Ananda is a market leader in paneer segment in Delhi and NCR. They also manufacture traditional Indian sweets like rabdi, kheer, khoa, milk cake, etc. The Securities Appellate Tribunal sat on November 9 quashed an order passed by market regulator SEBI asking Prabhat Dairy to deposit over rupees 1,292 crore and also directed the regulator to process the delisting application of the firm and pass appropriate orders within 6 weeks. In January 2019, Prabhat Dairy told Borses that its board has approved the sale of the firm's shared holding in its wholly owned step-down subsidiary Sunfresh Agro Industries Private Limited to Tirumala Milk Products Private Limited for a total consideration of nearly rupees 1,227 crore. It also approved the sale and transfer of its dairy product business for about rupees 473 crore. Accordingly, the tribunal quashed SEBI's order and asked the firm to deposit rupees 500 crore in a separate escrow account within 10 days and also asked the firm to provide requisite information on the forensic auditor. FSSAI says in their annual report that cases of adulteration in food have doubled in the last 8 years. In the year 2012-13, 15% food samples were adulterated, while in the year 2018-19 it has increased to more than 28%. FSSAI said that out of 1,06,459 food samples tested by NABL accredited laboratories, 28.56% of the samples were adulterated. According to the FSSAI report, Uttar Pradesh and Jharkhand occupy the top amongst the states where food adulteration has been the highest in the last 3 years. At the same time, the least adulteration in food has been found in Arunachal Pradesh, Goa and Uttarakhand. It is worth noting that every year FSSAI officials collect food samples from all the states, which include milk, spices, water and packed food. In the year 2018-19 alone, the penalty for adulteration of food items has also increased to rupees 32.57 crores.
Thanks for watching Dairy News 7x7 channel with news update from last 7 days. To continue receiving update from this channel, I Kuldeep Sharma request you to subscribe this channel and share and like the video, and also don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you.